Sci-Fi Channel.
Roger, let's head home.
Hello, I'm Sean Donnellan, and welcome to WorldCon. Actually, it's LA-Con 3, the 54th World Science Fiction Convention. We're not even in LA, we're in Anaheim, California, but that's not important. What is important is that this is the biggest, best, and coolest place for us sci-fi fans to be, so come on. I got my tote bag, I got my pocket guide. We're gonna see everything from androids to zombies, to dealers, to collectors, to panels, to authors, to parties. It's gonna be incredible. We got the inside track of the series premiere of Star Trek Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Babylon 5. We're also gonna see what Mark Hamill's been up to.
Hi, Mark Hamill.
We're gonna have the dirt on that Mars fossil. All that as the Sci-Fi Channel presents WorldCon 96, live from planet Earth.
We'll give you the world.
I've been to several science fiction conventions, but not to the WorldCon itself. This is the biggest, and I do think it's the best.
The first one was 1952 in Chicago.
I've been going since 1983.
And it was 1939 that the first World Convention was held in conjunction with the World's Fair, and I was there.
I think science fiction conventions are really an amazing phenomenon because they're big.
It's for people who have common interests, who found at some point in their lives this science fiction community, which for many people was the first time in their lives was someplace where they belonged.
Science fiction people are interested in everything in the whole world, and I've never had ever one say to me, oh, that's not my field, or why would anyone be interested in that? They're interested in everything, and I love being here for that reason.
5 days of WorldCon, and there's nothing but fans. Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia.
Phoenix.
Calgary, Canada.
Babylon 5. Montreal, Canada. Long Island, England.
So what brings you here?
Big Silver Bird.
Me too, brother. The Sci-Fi Channel has spared no expense and gave me the fan cam. There's Van. Van's the one who's doing all the real shooting, not non-amateur shooting. Let's go. Well, you're looking good. How's things going today?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Human paradise, yes.
Do you come to these often?
Not as often as I think I should.
But you have fun.
Thank you.
Sure. You know, one thing I've discovered, sir, is that, the fans and everybody here, I mean, everything here at WorldCon has a language all its own.
Of course it has a language all its own. I bet you don't even know what filking is, you moron.
They tell me there's this fan speak that I don't know, like filking. Do you know filking? So you know fan speak. What is filking? This is filking?
Come on along and listen to the Lullaby of Broadway.
If everybody could gather around and do some filking for me, that would be great.
No.
Filking, we
It's against
don't.
my religion, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Klingons don't
Come on,
filk.
What is filking? Klingons don't laugh when they sing the Imperial Anthem.
Filking was a typo. Somebody was writing folk songs and typoed I for it. And all of a sudden it dawned on us that since nobody was professional and everybody kind of sang on their own key, that maybe filking was the correct term for it.
What is another fan speak lingo? We've been dying to...
Smoth?
Smoth?
Secret masters of fandom. I've spread it all over the world now. Yeah, secret masters. They're the people who run these things.
Okay, and then what's another one? We're really into this fan speak because I'm a complete novice.
Be-wall.
Be-wall?
That was, what does that stand for? Fandom is a way of life.
But you know what I love, Sean? I love collecting. Stop me before I collect again.
Well, collecting is a big part of all that goes on here at WorldCon 96.
I would like to express an opinion.
Sir, how are you, and how's your booth going today?
Pretty good, thank you very much.
And pretty much you have a lot of collectibles in the ways of photographs and autographs?
Autograph photos and signatures matted with photos, yes.
How to get ahead without hunting?
Oh, these are all of my friends. They're animal heads that hang on the wall like trophies.
What are they made from?
Well, basically, I start with a papier-mâché sculpture. I hand-make their eyes and the horns and antlers, which are not papier-mâché, and then I create a skin to fit.
I've got
paintings here priced from $600 up to $10,000.
Now, do you recognize the mechanism?
Yes, Morbius. A simple blaster.
Very good, Robbie. And what gauges the valuableness of one of these items?
Supply and demand. If the person is an easy signer, alive, obviously, and is
capable of signing.
Well, not capable of signing, but likes to sign for the fans, as opposed to those people that don't.
What does it have to do with sci-fi?
Well, one of my favorite creatures are the dragons.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. How's that working? You're just kind of waving your hands like a a shaman, and that thing's just spinning sounds. How does that?
This instrument responds to one's body capacitance, or the amount of charge on one's body.
I'll sell anything in the end. I'm a commercial artist, and that's what it means.
Gord, how's it going? Anything to say? You have any comments? You having fun? Whoa. What's hot right now? What are people really after?
X-Files. Highlander. Highlander has a very strong and growing following.
B9 Robot, how's it going today?
You failed to secure the wires of the sensitizer.
I'm sorry about that, but I had a busy day.
I compute you well.
How's it for you to work on a big show? Do you think the Boba Fett helmet would fit my head? Oh, no. I don't... Yeah, I'm Boba Fett. Don't mess with me. I'm an intergalactic bounty hunter. I got Han Solo and carbon freeze, you know. Let me sure, anything for the kids. Boba Fett loves to do stuff for the kids. Boba Fett is always at the Jerry Lewis Telethon and all kinds of things. That's all right. Boba Fett. There we go. All right, I got a party with Billy D. Williams, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've met the fans, we know the lingo, we've talked to the buyers and the sellers, and coming up, more stars than the heavens will allow.
Why spend an eternity searching?
Welcome back to WorldCon 96 live from planet Earth. Darth, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Great. Hey, you know what? Actually, I had a chance to sit down and talk to your son Luke, or, as he likes to be called, Mark Hamill. So, we're going to go to that now. What do you think?
Okie dokie.
See Mark Hamill.
I love the kind of material that these cons celebrate. I think, for a young boy, King Kong is the movie that just breaks their heart. I mean, girls have Gone with the Wind. We've got Kong. I want to do a movie where somebody goes out and puts on a costume and fights crime, and everybody in that audience goes, that's a reasonable option. I love doing the trickster on The Flash. I'd never been able to play a whatever that word is, villain.
Megamaniacal.
There you go. Thanks so much.
Sure.
That's why you're a host, and I'm just the flotsam and that blows in and out. I'm in wardrobe. It took me like 4 people to get into that suit. The back and boots and codpiece and cape and this. And now I go out and pull, bank robberies. And Whole Nobody is a really good description. And not only that, if you want to go have a pee, you need 4 people in the shower.
Now, let's talk about what you're up to now with Black Pearl. You can tell us about that and where it's going to.
The Black Pearl is a 5-part graphic novel because it's very much a docudrama about tabloid journalism, about how sort of an irresponsible shock jock elevates a slightly disturbed fellow to hero status, and the desire of this fellow to extend his 15 minutes of fame. It really is torn from today's headlines.
What are some of your favorite sci-fi movies?
Alien scared the heck out of me. I loved that movie. Wish they hadn't cut that scene where you realized that it was a mother protecting her young when they saw them all cocooned. It changes it from just a monster on the rampage movie to something that you really understand. And when you realize that the original idea came from the idea of a wasp, I believe, stinging and laying eggs on the spider, this hideous, thank you, Mother Nature, for putting such hideous ideas in our head. Now, I know the Clone Wars took place technically before the Rebel Alliance fought the Empire, but when the Emperor fell, we didn't actually see him be destroyed. So my question to you is, if Darth Vader is dead and the Emperor still lives, would in fact he still be the man in power? And you go, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. It always gets a huge laugh.
This is totally cool. Sean Donnell hanging with Mark Hamill. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're doing that Jedi mind trick on me, aren't you? Steve Lee, you got some authentic stuff here.
Yeah, we got some props from some films here.
Creature Cantina band action. Was
Yeah.
The clarinet player?
Yeah, he was one of the band members.
What else do we have here?
Well, we got a bunch of helmets here. The one on the left is from the Andromeda strain.
I had a fish in that yesterday, and he's no longer there.
Yeah. And next to that, we have Ripley's helmet from Alien, the first Alien film.
Right.
And
this next, a little slightly more malformed helmet.
Oh, yeah, that's Robot Monster. You know, they couldn't even afford a diving bell helmet. That's paper mache. Next to that, we have the Sword of Kahless from the Star Trek
yes,
series.
That looks a little more serious. Now, this is a alien detector?
That's the motion tracking device from Alien. Note the ice cube tray on the side there. Space type things, you know.
Now this,
that's either the cat carrier from Alien or a Klingon lunchbox.
Oh, that looks really.
Oh yeah,
what is that, Steve?
This is one of the more important pieces we have here. That's a Shatner hairpiece.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. It's
you gotta. How much is that worth?
It's priceless.
How cool is this? At the Sci-Fi booth, we have Richard Hatch. Are you online?
Yeah, I'm online here answering some questions about Battlestar Galactica.
What's our next question?
What is it? Oh, okay. Did he enjoy working in sci-fi? Yeah, I did. Actually, actors work with imagination, and science fiction is all about imagination. So actors have to work against sometimes a blue screen. They don't know what's in front of them. That way I can fantasize and visualize anyone I want.
This is incredible because, like, WorldCon brings all the sci-fi fans together. Even the ones that can't be here are in the chat page.
People you never heard of before are here.
So, do you go online a lot? Are you into this?
To tell you the truth, what I'm doing, I have a webpage coming up next week. So I'm getting online. I'm going to have my own. I travel all over the world doing projects, seminars. I'm going to have a Galactica page on there.
Sir, what's your name?
Darren Merritt.
And what do you have for us? This is very exciting.
Well, I've got a copy of the original Battlestar Galactica helmet that we made, and a shirt and jacket that's copied off an original shirt and jacket, and that we wear to conventions all over the United States.
Now, one of the keys to the whole WorldCon thing is that it brings the fans together. It brings them with the memorabilia and everything that they love so much. But I think we're going to bring you together from the uniform and the helmet to the man who originally wore it, Richard Hatch. You want to go meet him?
Hey, that'd be great.
He said they never made an action figure of him, but I think we can just get a real-life one going on.
Sounds good to me.
Let's check this out. Richard, we have something for you.
Oh, my
Now he's really lost. We can't stop him. There's no stopping Richard Hatch here at WorldCon. Mark, I've been asking people how much they'd give me for this. This is an authentic Shatner toupee. You got anything you want to trade?
Is that must be from the original series, right?
I think it's from actually T.J. Hooker.
It's very nice.
Hey, Darth, you know, your son seems like a pretty good guy. Yeah. Well, you feeling okay? This is really exciting. This auditorium is packed with fans who are here to see the actors of sci-fi. This is a great experience for the fans to meet the stars who they love so much.
His name is Quark Armin Shimmerman. Is she Klingon or is she human? Who can tell? You all know who I'm talking about. From Voyager, Roxanne Biggs Dawson. Oh, and this other little show called Babylon 5. Mondo Bellari, Peter Jurasik.
and here they are right here. Armin and Roxanne, how are you today?
We're fine, thanks.
Great.
First of all, it's great to see you out of the makeup.
See, that's what we both have in common, is that nobody knows who the hell we are.
Do you find that when you're here? Is it a big surprise? Like, hey, that's who you are?
I didn't know what Roxanne looked like before I saw her today.
No, really?
No, it's...
We've actually met at parties, but it's always, oh, you're that one.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
We have to reintroduce ourselves every time we see each other.
And your ears are actually normal.
Well, my ears are usually not seen.
And my ears are usually not seen either.
Yeah,
These aren't, anyway.
Now, the truth, that's what I needed to know. Do you really like your ears rubbed?
I do. Anytime you'd like to rub my ears, feel free.
You know, I'm just right across the alley from you. Come on over to the Voyager set. I will rub your ears anytime.
What time is it called?
Do you guys ever crash each other's sets?
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
We rarely do that.
Yeah.
We should do it more often, but it's a large gap between the two shows. Mainly because we're caught up with our own work.
Yeah, I think we're both so busy and caught up in our own world that sometimes people forget that there's another show being shot across the street until you see somebody in makeup and go, oh wow, we are the only Star Trek series out there.
Both of you are now working on writing projects.
Yes, we are.
Yes, speaking of
please, just show the product. Please show the product.
Roxanne and I are working on a project called Starline by Baen Books, which is why we're here today. And Roxanne and I sort of started when, in February?
I started in May.
I started in February.
Yeah.
And
you're taking a long time.
We are. We're taking our sweet time.
Does that mean both of you had at least an interest or a background in science fiction before you were on each of your shows?
Well, I've always had an interest in writing, but mostly for the theater. I've never even thought in terms of a novel. So this is an experience that I feel so privileged to have been given. I'm learning so much about this. So it's completely uncharted territory for me, but I'm loving it.
I've written before, and this is rather exciting. I've always been a science fiction fan, and the chance to actually create my own characters in the novel format is new to me, is novel to me.
So do either one of you have any funny stories?
We're a very serious set. There isn't a lot of funny things that happen on our set. We occasionally, things go wrong, and that's funny. Certainly lines are forgotten, blocking is forgotten. But as far as practical jokes and stuff like that, we don't have a lot of that on the show.
And we are a completely nutty set. Maybe it's because we're still 2 years behind you, and by the 5th year we will be a very serious set. I don't know. But you really can't get us all in the same room and expect to get a scene done in under about 7 hours. So it's we're all pretty
not actors.
Oh no, we got more actors. You know,
This is another actor.
Hello, Peter. How are you?
Picture this gentleman with
you have a book coming out too?
He does.
Do we have actors talking about writing books?
Yes. Could you talk about your book?
Oh no.
Again, Starline.
Peter, talk about your book and what's coming up with you and all the other things I've asked them so far.
I'm happy to say it makes Armin and Roxanne very paranoid, but I'm done with my book. My book, what I've been saying is about it is that it takes place in the present. It's about an actor on a sci-fi television series who plays a diplomat on TV. Sound familiar?
Fans are what this is all about, and I'd like to give you the opportunity right now to applaud your fans, which we have right here. There you go. Everyone's applauding each other.
How much for the Shatner toupee?
All right, try it on. You know, put it on, because it's only stuff like this.
I don't want you to see this.
All right, I know it's very. Wow. That's excellent. I think you could do a stint on Hollywood Squares with that. I recognize that dance anywhere. Michael Anderson from Twin Peaks.
Good news.
You got good news. What good news?
Wow.
You having fun at WorldCon?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So, what brings you to WorldCon?
Yeah, well, I'm on one of the panels here. Yeah, for computer-generated art. I thought I would see the rest of the con. You know, I've been a science fiction fan all my life. Science fiction fandom is a place where you find some of the most diverse and interesting people in the world.
Have you found any today?
That's all there is here.
Now, you're a fan, and this is run by fans, so you must love this environment.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. It's the kind of place where you can't predict the next moment necessarily, you know?
So what are you up to now?
Well, there's quite an interesting group of people all around here, and I'm just kind of like taking in the whole event.
Just trying to blend in?
Yes, this is one place where I'm completely obscure.
That's
true.
That's true. All right, well, we're going to have more celebrities from WorldCon 96, but only if you stay tuned.
live from planet Earth.
There is like so much going on at WorldCon. There's just too much to see. We're here with Jane Mylander, sorry. And we're making origami. I don't know much about origami.
Origami literally means paper fold.
So with origami being an ancient art, what brings you to a science fiction convention?
Because origami is very big among science fiction fans. It's taking something that's very plain and blunt and doing marvelous, wonderful things with it.
So now you say you can teach anybody how to do this, but I'm pretty much of a spaz. You sure you can show me?
Yes, you start with a square of paper, right side up, fold it diagonally, point to point, make it as nice and even as you can for a triangle. You can work your way up from the traditional origami crane to, say, the Enterprise and the Klingon ship.
Right, that's what I made earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that. Hey,
Mylander.
Sorry. And this is a lot of fun. You know, panels are a big part of what WorldCon is all about.
The moon. We've taken pictures of it, circled it, landed on it, brought back rocks from it, and still we are enthralled by the allure of this giant sphere. That's why WorldCon invited 4 prominent physicists and lunar experts to discuss how the moon will affect our future.
Another example in the high-energy physics community was using the moon as a big neutrino collector to detect and use the mass of the moon. Just to back up, neutrinos are particles that are very, very difficult to detect. They're massless particles created in large amounts by the sun, and it takes on average a light year of lead to stop them. Okay, but if you get enough of these things, you can have an interaction if you have something dense enough between you and your detector, and you look long enough that you ought to be able to count these.
This is
well, there were some folks who were interested in if we found lava tubes on the moon, and I'd be interested to hear what you think.
For thousands of years, we've been drawn to this mysterious red planet, more so than all the others. Even the slimmest evidence recently revealed thrills us with the possibility that our greatest dreams and fear of life beyond this planet Earth could very well be true.
So there it is. New photo of life on Mars.
When I first heard about the possibility, or more likely the probability of life on Mars, my first reaction was one of great excitement. To me, this is one of the most significant moments in the history of the human race. We are not alone. My second reaction was, how do I make a picture out of this?
It's ridiculous to think that we are all there is. So there's got to be somebody else out there. And I have an optimistic feeling that when somebody comes to visit us, in order for us to get as far as the moon or Mars, we needed a very cooperative technology. And I think when a species becomes capable of traveling to another star, they'll be so advanced that they'll have finished with war and everything, and they'll be nice people. They won't be horrible alien things coming out of spaceships and blasting in all directions.
Authors have been predicting the future since the days before Jules Verne. At WorldCon, a panel of experts and prognosticators met again 20 years after having predicted their versions of the future. How right were they? How wrong were they? And what do they say about the next 20 years?
Through some weird magic, I predicted, dead on the button, ATMs, telephone calling cards, beepers, the internet thievery, loss of privacy, on and on and on and on.
I happen to have my list of things I predicted in 1972. I predicted Watergate, Ronald Reagan's presidency, the collapse of communism, the LA subway system, the Channel Tunnel, notebook personal computers, and the return of Star Trek. They thought that technology was going to provide us with opportunities and possibilities that would change our lives in ways we couldn't predict. And I don't think there was anyone in 1972 who foresaw that most of us would be carrying around notebook computers within 20 years, or personal the cordless telephones or beepers, which, as Larry has correctly pointed out, has given us a great deal more personal freedom because it increases it makes us more productive, it increases our choices in life.
is Sean Redlitz. I'm the online projects manager for the Sci-Fi Channel, specifically the Dominion website. When the website launched back in March of 1995, it was a small pet project for Sci-Fi Channel. The traffic that we're reporting now is something on the order of 300,000 hits a day. The science fiction fandom out there is so strong, and they're so dedicated, and they really have embraced the kind of work we've tried to do, that it's grown by leaps and bounds.
So it's an online convention, and it's the first science fiction online convention ever. And basically, we're just going to be putting together a space where people can gather for 72 hours straight if they want to. We're going to try to go through the things that they would find in a normal convention. We're going to have chats, we know that, with famous writers Arthur C. Clarke, Roger Corman, but we're hoping to also have sort of like amateur professional writers who maybe aren't as big name, workshops, swap information, maybe dating online. So we're going to have games that they can play both in the web environment and in the Palace environment. We're going to be doing tie-ins into shows. We're doing tie-ins, cutaways, and commercial breaks. We're going to be streaming stuff at the bottom about live chats online. And we're also going to be sending people online back to on-air. So it's really going to be integrated broadband and narrowband for the UK feed, for US, and down in Latin America.
The website has always gotten the science fiction community as a whole to come. Many of whom do watch the Sci-Fi Channel, but far many of whom haven't gotten it yet. So that's why we never wanted to make it just about the Sci-Fi Channel, but really about science fiction in general.
Well, I don't think anything means sci-fi more than some bagpipes playing. Sir, how you doing? You play any sci-fi tunes on this?
I wish I could. Just
Star Trek theme? Nothing?
Nothing.
You sure not just anything? Yeah, getting ready for some ice cream?
Not really. I'm stuffed.
Can you say, chocolate?
Chocolate!
Sci-Fi Channel, so stay tuned. Oh my God!
From planet Earth.
Excuse me, is that who I think that is?
That's Forrest J. Ackerman. He's the world's foremost science fiction fan.
It all began in October 1926. Little 9-year-old me was standing in front of a newsstand, and a magazine called Amazing Stories jumped off the newsstand, grabbed hold of me, and I imagine all the viewers are too young to know, but in those days magazines spoke. And this one said, "Take me home, little boy, you will love me." 3 years later, my mother was quite concerned, said, "Son, do you realize how many of these magazines you have? I just counted them. Why, you have 27. Can you imagine by the time you're a grown man, you might have 100.
Boy, how come there was never a point where you were satiated and said, I got enough stuff?
Well, as I look back on it after 70 years, I think I was originally sort of like a man dying of thirst in a hellishly hot desert, and every little drop of water, was precious. We didn't have a surfeit of science fiction in those days. Nowadays, you were just overwhelmed with pocketbooks and books and magazines and artwork and movies. But then every little scrap of science fiction was precious to me. So I preserved it, and I just have this insatiable appetite.
And some of it you're wearing.
Well, yes.
What do you have on
Bela
today?
Lugosi wore this ring in Dracula. This is carnelian with a silver overlay, and you see a bat there and a capital D. That's for Dracula. Bela Lugosi wore this. It has also been on the finger of Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr., John Carradine, Vincent Price. And this ring, Imhotep, 3,700 years dead in the ancient sands of Egypt, came to life in the person of Boris Karloff in a film called The Mummy. So this scarab was what was upon that desiccated finger of the living mummy.
And the spider?
The spider, this is something brand new. When Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces, was reigning during the days of the silent screen, they often said, "Oh, don't step on it. It might be Lon Chaney." So they've made a spider ring, and it opens up, and there's a nice little photograph of Lon Chaney inside, and just tiniest little speck of makeup that he once wore.
Somebody said to you, you can only bring one thing of all that you have into the next world. What would that be? I think it could be a story, but...
Well, I suppose we could put it into a time capsule, that magazine that set my feet on the path to the stars, you know, that very October 1926 Amazing Stories. If I hadn't been attracted to that, why, goodness knows what I'd be today.
Wow, wasn't Forrest Ackerman great? I mean, talk about memorabilia, right, guys? I mean, you guys are memorabilia, right? You know, when I signed up with this thing, with the Sci-Fi Channel, I really didn't think that I would get such an elaborate security team. I mean, you know, Tyson has it, but Mark Hamill doesn't have this, right? Well, I guess he did. You guys, you know, he'd be in trouble, wouldn't he? Because, you know, you don't really like him, right?
We're going this way now. Random acts of willfulness.
I will get to all of you, even if I have to stay till 3 o'clock. I will sign your idiot books.
Do I remember the first science fiction story I ever read? Absolutely. I remember the first book I ever read. I just did a piece on PBS about it. It was a children's book called Millions of Cats by a wonderful writer named Wanda Gag.
Do not panic. Do not give anyone a hard time.
And then I read every other book in the children's section of the Painesville Public Library. And then because I was too young, they wouldn't let me into the adult section. So on my belly like a reptile, I crept on the floor around the librarian's desk and got to the adult section. But since I was lying and could not get inside the room, I could only reach inside and take the lowest book in the lowest shelf, which happened to be Lorna Doone.
Do not leave if you want to get a book. If you don't want a book, leave now, but don't bust my chops, okay?
The first science fiction story I ever read was probably Clark Ashton Smith's The City of the Singing Flame or Jack Williamson's 12 Hours to Live.
Got a book you want signed here?
All of a sudden, I'm looking at this magazine, and there's this half-naked woman being held by a robot, and he's firing bolts out of his fingertips, and it says The Shadow Men by A.E. Van Vogt. I said, damn! Whoa, I am there, and I bought it, and I was hooked, absolutely hooked from that point on.
Hi, paparazzi, yes, and we follow you everywhere, sir. That is true. What do we have over here? You're famous now, yeah, you're on the fan cam. Woo! Woo! I am here with world-renowned sci-fi author James White. James, thank you for talking to us today.
Pleasure.
You having fun at the convention so far?
Yes, everybody seems to be especially good to the guest of honor.
The guest of honor? Nice. I mean, this whole floor is basically designed after Sector General, isn't it? We're kind of in the hospital area. How many hearts does it have? What's going on?
Yeah.
So we're feeling fine today, all right? What's it saying? And many of the names that we see out on the floor are a lot of the names from the book.
Yes, they're scenes or names or characters from the book.
You've got to help it! Does it have an HMO?
It's very flattering to see all this happening, you know, just because I happen to write a few books.
Drop something. Drop the pin. You dropped the pin. Look, the fan can helps people. It helps people when they lose their pins. You know, I got this Shatner toupee, and I've been trying to see what I can get for it. You got any offers?
I think I'm going to be sick.
Hi there. How are you? You look wonderful today. Where are you in from?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Looks good. That actually hair is an adaptation. Is it one of those Patti LaBelle things?
What happened to me was I was an avid reader from the day it occurred to me that people could read, and I was not able to. And from that moment, I wanted to read, and I just loved books. I think actually I would have spent my life devoted to those long dress books, is what I called them, all the Little Women and Anne of Green Gables type junk. And but when I was 13, I accidentally picked up a copy of Have Space That Will Travel, and it was all over. It was just finished for me. I fell in love with science fiction, and I have never changed my opinion of the field. I love it. I think it's great.
Have you ever enjoyed finding the two?
Well, actually, my new novel is called To Say Nothing of the Dog, and it's a Victorian time travel novel, and I finally get to do dress descriptions. I've never had a novel, and when I was saying this, I was watching my audience's eyes glaze over the other day, and I realized the guides probably would like me to keep the dress descriptions to a minimum in my book, so I will try to do so.
Tell them. And then there's a robot who comes in, and he ruins all the dresses.
That's right. Yeah. thing. I think men's tolerance for dress descriptions is, for some reason, slightly lower than women's. I don't know. This excitement of coming together with people who know just as much about X-Files as you do and share just as many opinions about it. And I also think they go home with many books to read, many movies to watch, many new ideas, and for, I would say, 98% of the people who are science fiction fans have aspirations to be science fiction writers or science fiction artists. And I think when they come here, they find out that is a real possibility, and it really is true. And I would never, as a kid, have dreamed that I could ever have a story included in a book with some of the greats, let alone meet and become friends with all these authors that I admired so much. So it's been a trip for me. I love it.
Space stuff. Real space stuff. Stuff that looks like space stuff.
I'm honored to be an honored guest. This is the biggest science fiction festival I've been to, and it's very well organized. I'm delighted with everything.
Now, you are known as the King of the Bees. Do you like that title?
I don't particularly like the title. My statement is I've never made a bee picture in my life, but they keep calling me the King of the Bees, so I guess I'm going to have to just accept it.
Now, what is your secret to keeping the kind of schedule that you do when you're filming? I mean, you get things done very, very quickly and on limited budgets.
If there is any secret to making low-budget pictures well, it's in preparation. You only have a certain amount of time in England, as they say in England, on the floor or on the set. So I try to do as much of my thinking and my preparation and my work before shooting, so that the shooting itself can go smoothly and hopefully efficiently.
I'm having a great time. I'm just short on some dinero. I could really use some fundage. Whoa! ATM, exactly where you want it. Okay, this is, no. This is, side and stripe it. Oh, okay. Great. Now put my code in. All right, where's
I'm sorry, sir.
What?
Your card is invalid.
No, it's fine. The check's in the mail, man. Don't worry about it.
Funds. Your card is invalid.
Okay, can I have the card back?
Your card has been confiscated.
What? All right. Whoa. I think we'll go to a break. You're watching the Sci-Fi Channel. Just give me the card, will you? Welcome back to WorldCon 96, live from planet Earth. Sean and Ellen here for the Sci-Fi Channel, and of course here at WorldCon, one of the biggest things anyone could receive is a Hugo Award.
The first Hugos were awarded in 1953, and it was just thought of then as being kind of an interesting thing to do, modeled after the Academy Awards, and they did it that year, and that was that. This is what we're awarding this year, which is kind of unique. It is the Hugo for the 1946 stories. One of our directors thought it would be an interesting idea to go back and look at the stories from 1945 and award them Hugos for the different categories. And so the same Hugo design that we're using this year is also being used for the retro Hugos, as they're called.
We just got a few minutes to go to the Hugos. Just a few tiny seconds. T-minus and counting to Hugo. So you excited about the Hugos tonight?
Yes, I'm looking forward to some of the piss.
Are you rooting for anybody tonight in the Hugos?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm seeing it for the very first time.
You're very excited about it?
Well, I've seen enough of them. I did not bring my tuxedo this year.
Are you excited about the big show tonight?
Oh, very much. We are here to root on JMS for the coming of Shadows.
5 minutes to go to the Hugos, so we don't have much time. So you excited about the awards tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Hugo! It's a little rocket ship. Any particulars you're rooting for?
There's a few.
Well, I'd like Robert Sawyer to get the Hugo for Best Novel because he was a guest at a con, one of our local cons, and he's a very nice person.
How do you think your chances are?
Well, they're 50-50. I could win or I could lose.
Any favorites tonight?
Well, the primary categories I'm interested in are the fan categories.
I'm hoping Bob Eggleton picks up at least one more. He's up for 2 different ones.
I like all of the fan artists who were up, and if I said I wanted one of them to win, the others would kill me.
This is so great. I am so excited. First I thought we would have this big production number, and all the cast and the winners would come out wearing gold half shoes and leave it hard. And they would sing, "There's no fiction like Welcome to First Fans Hall of Fame.
That's what the Hugos are all about. Parties, awards, fancy outfits, and the Hugo itself. Sean Donnellan here in a bee hat. Why? Because it's my costume for the masquerade, but judging from the competition, I don't have much of a chance.
I have to ask you one question, ma'am. Is that the Wonder Bra? You have wonderful gams, sir. I must say that. This is a very elaborate costume, and how long did it take to make?
We've been working on these costumes in the designing stage all the way up to now for about 2 years.
Now, how long did it take you to make this?
A month and a half of about 5 hours a day.
And did you make the costume yourself?
Yes, sir.
And how long did that take overall?
Probably overall about 100 hours.
Now, what is this area known as? I'm fascinated with this area.
This is the repair table.
See, my mom has a drawer like this in her house, and I can never find a thing. Is it easy? Do you know where everything is?
I have it in general groupings. For example, all the tapes and sticky things are over there.
So is it safe that we could say, here at the Masquerade, you are MacGyver? This is a sneak peek of Calvin Klein's new fall line. Are there enough towels in your hotel room? You got enough towels in your room?
Yeah.
Sean Donnellan saying, I hope you enjoyed the Sci-Fi Channel's presentation of WorldCon 96 live from planet Earth. And as for now, I just have one piece of unfinished business. How much for this Shatner toupee? Come on. 2 Narns? Do I hear 5 Ewoks? 3 Narns. 3 Narns. 3 Narns. Sold. 3 Narns. Take care, everybody. I'd like to present something for you that I think is the most impressive visual display here. Hit it, fellas. Check this puppy out. They tell me it's totally safe. Nothing can go wrong, huh? Get any marshmallows? Oh, where'd I go? Where the heck am I? Oh, no, I should have known. My director would have talked me into something like this. He just leaves me, oh, yeah, go do it. It's perfectly safe. No, it's fine. I'm going to go in the other room. Just you do it. You do your little thing. You do your little funny thing. Just, make it tight for me. Yeah. They're all the same. Well, I hope wherever the hell I am, they have good coffee.